Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? Hey,
Yeah.
Matt, welcome back.
Hey,
Thank
Matt.
you. Appreciate it, gents. Always
How's it
excited to
going?
be here. Y'all are truly making history. So I love this place. This is awesome. Thanks.
Well, we love making it
Oh,
with
we're
you, man.
excited to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So I just wanted to real quick give you an intro just for everybody who doesn't know you. So Matt Bruback has been working on some really cool things, basically some new discoveries in the comic book space, focusing on logos and emblems, basically the first appearances of different logos on different comic book covers. So we had him on the podcast before to talk about some of his previous discoveries, but now he has some updates for us. So we're going to talk about some of the new things that he's got going on. But yeah, the Logo Detective, Matt, welcome back.
Thank you, brother. Brothers, I do appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
It's an
absolutely.
exciting time.
Yeah, really excited to talk about first appearance logo books. And besides you collecting first appearance logo books, have you been collecting anything else recently?
Yeah, I collect a bunch of different things. One of the things I've kind of got into recently, you'll see here, this is a 1940s gum Superman card.
That's
From
cool.
the 1940s. But if you put it side by side with the first Captain America card in history, it looks pretty similar. If I can get the glare out of there, you'll see two guys with Tommy guns. One's fighting Superman and one's fighting Captain America. So pretty cool. These are super rare. You can find them right now because really, truly nobody knows about it. But it just makes so much sense. This is the first Joker card. Pretty awesome. 1966 Donruss. And then 1974, you have the first Wonder Woman.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wonder Woman looking card. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I mean, I'm collecting them all. I think I spoke with a gentleman at Heritage Auctions who manages their some of their auctions for cards, and this is the future. These are going to go crazy. You can't find the first Superman card for under like $7,000, where you can pick up one of these first Captain America cards for like $400. So
nice.
Not a bad investment. I think it's going to be good for everybody.
That's awesome.
We love first appearances. Yeah, I would never really thought about first appearances of the comic characters and the trading cards before. That's really, really smart.
Yeah, and
I'm sure some of the older ones is very similar to the old comic books. They're very, very scarce. People didn't think to hold on to them, especially once like the 1940s. Like, who would think to hold on to that? Yeah.
So true. But I'd have to say, in regards to the comic logo, since we have Miss Marvel's just came out, this is the first Women of Marvel logo. My girlfriend actually went and saw the Marvels last night, and she said it was her favorite Marvel movie she's ever seen.
That's cool. Wow.
We're actually going to go together in the next couple of days. Obviously, I love all the Marvel movies only because they all tie together. When my girlfriend says that it's her favorite Marvel movie,
nice. That's high praise. Definitely gotta check it out then.
Yeah, for sure. Do you guys want me to just kind of rip off some comics that I have with some new logos?
Well, actually, before we do that, for our audience that missed the last episode with you, can you give us an overview of the system you created that surrounds the first emblems and logos?
Yeah, sure. So I will highlight this set then. So this is one of my sets. I put together 4 sets. This is the first set of Marvel logos. So this is the first logo. It was on 2 comics. And then you have the second logo, Genie Comics. And then you've got the third logo, Joker number 27. And then you've got a super rare one, Nellie the Nurse. This is the 4th logo. So what I did was I identified the first logos for various brands, over, I think, 75 brands now. And worked with CGC, PGX, CBCS. By the way, I really like CBCS's new label. It's looking pretty cool.
Yeah, that's great.
It is. Yeah,
got them up to date. But what it does is identifies which comic has the first logo in history. So who would have known that WWII Comics number 5, which is actually WWII Comics number 1, has the first Marvel logo in history right here, Marvel Magazine. So this came out in 1946, and the editor was Stan Lee. So Stan was trying to identify when to transfer over truly from Timely. Instead of going with Marvel, they decided to go with Atlas for many years, and it truly didn't make the conversion fully over until 1961. But I just love the history. The fact that, I mean, everybody loves first appearances of different characters. To me, this is just more of a historical element of these companies and the rarity of these. Like this comic literally has 11 graded copies on the census, CGC census, where Superman has almost, I think, over 100. Obviously, Superman is Superman, but when it comes to this one actually has already been featured at the Discovery Museum at the Smithsonian Spark Lab in Reno. Matt Nelson of CGC was kind enough to actually sign these for me. So
nice.
collection, but he did that for this one.
Big shout out to Matt Nelson, president of CGC. Awesome
Yeah,
guy.
man, he's
Such
he
a great
knows
guy.
what he's doing. So in regards to Matt Nelson, so we actually have two first logos for let me slide over this way. Yeah, two first logos. So this is the first comic. This is actually fall of 46, and this is January of 47, but both have a copyright date of September 30th, 1946. So Matt Nelson went by copyright date, and it actually added some additional firsts. But that's what makes these sets that I put together, which actually the sets have the first 8 Marvel logos, currently only 4 of them in the world. And I'm trying to do that from a historical perspective. I kind of feel like since I'm the guy that came up with these, I'm going to be the only one that really gets to do this. I have not seen another Willie's Comics number 5 come up on the census in over a year and a half.
Wow.
The only ones that did were mine. So I would imagine if you count before that, it was probably 3 to 5 years. So they truly are rare. There is actually a rare one up on eBay. Obviously, it was already graded. It's the older CGC label. But if somebody can grab that, yeah, it's such an investment. I'm
Never financial advice.
I'm available. Actually, I really am. These things are just really hard to come by. So it's nice.
One of those sold on auction a few years ago for quite a bit, right?
Yeah. So the last one that sold on auction sold for $20,500, and that was the first Willie's comic number 5. Now that was the 9.6 grade, but that was before this revelation came out, and before that, it only sold. I think it sold in 2022, October 2022 for 20,500, and in 2018, I think it sold for 1,800. So, and that's before this big discovery. So, I told you guys about how one of my sets is going to New York, so that is going to happen.
Nice.
There was actually a hiccup with the location. They were doing a large renovation, and one of those banks that went bust back in March that was actually involved in that. So they've got everything situated, just kind of put it on hold for a couple months, which is another reason why I think crypto might be really, really beneficial as well moving forward. So yeah.
Nice. Yeah, well, definitely to watch it. We picked up a couple of the first prints. We've gotten which one did we get? We got the first. It wasn't the first Charlton. It was the first Archie. Yeah. We did. Yeah. We got the first. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah,
There it is.
Yep.
There it is.
Literally, there's still only 13 copies. No, 15 copies. 15 copies in the world of this, which I love this. And then they have there's the first logo in Archie.
Yeah, the Archie logo. Yeah.
Isn't there like an Archie? There's an Archie series coming out here soon. So I've been sharing this stuff on a bunch of pages on Facebook, group pages. People are loving it. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, we have a raw one of that, and I've been stacking the Uncle Scrooge 281s. It's the first Marvel Disney. I mean, I've been grabbing them for like $5 to $10 raw on eBay whenever they pop up for good condition.
No, if you can do it, for sure. Yeah, I think those are going to be huge. I mean, every company goes through kind of an up and down period. Once we get through this, it looks like the future is very, very bright for the MCU and just for the whole Marvel universe. I'm pumped. I mean, I watch all the movies. I don't care. I think what were they saying? the first numbers came out on the Marvels, and it was watched by 61% men, which kind of makes sense. I would imagine if you do that number for the majority of other movies, it's probably up there, and I would say 80% men would watch that. So, the crossing over. I mean, like I pointed out with the first Women of Marvel. I mean, these you can pick up online for like $10 right now as well. Girl Comics #1. I don't know if this is a good segue, but you also get
perfect segue. Yeah, let's talk about the new logos you've been talking about. Yeah.
So this is the first Marvel Universe logo. That's on Cosmic Powers Unlimited #1. You can pick this up online, and I'm not sure if it'd be a 9 grade, but $10. Another one that's pretty cool was the Marvel Comics group. This isn't the first logo, but it's the first banner logo. So that's Daredevil number 80.
And that's on so many of those books. Yeah, it's super recognizable, the banner. Yeah,
I love that. And then we all know the modern Marvel logo. So that's I've identified it on Ultimate Marvel magazine, and they actually integrated the logo into the name, which none of the other comics I've documented have done that. So this is super rare, just with how iconic. I mean, this came out in 2001, and it's still the logo today.
It's still the logo. Yeah, it's what everybody associates with it.
Yeah, 22 years later. So I'm super pumped about that.
That's cool. Are those ones pretty easy to find?
Yeah, you can still find that. They're not in a 9 grade. I think the majority are kind of fine or very fine. Yeah. And you're probably, I would say, a 7.5 to maybe an 8.5 grade for about $10.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's worth it. I can't leave out DC. So one of the DC logos I identified, this is actually the first comic in history, Batman number 109. This is a variant, a Bartel variant, has the first DC Pride logo on it. Cool. Which is cool. And then that's actually the first horizontal, and then Crush and Lobo have the first vertical Pride logo. Another DC was the first, this is actually the House of Secrets. So it's the first House of Secrets, number 88, that first Bat logo, which I thought was pretty cool. These are actually going up in value. I'm seeing a lot of them, if they're in decent grades, are pretty pricey.
Definitely.
Another DC is the Line of DC, the Superstars. This is on Shadow number 2. You can pick these up all day. I think a guy's selling a 9.4 right now for like $90 or something. But I like this. I love the logo. I think it's cool. Kind of looks like, as you guys know, I played professional baseball, so it kind of looks like a baseball to me. So that was one of the reasons why I picked it out. But
I don't think I realized that you played professional baseball.
I didn't know either, actually.
I don't think we've ever talked about that.
Yeah, another life. So after baseball games, when I was in Little League, my dad would take me to the comic shop and either get baseball cards or buy comics.
Yeah.
So that's how I got hooked. It's all his fault.
I love it.
So cool. I got 3 other comics I can show you real quick.
Sure.
If that's okay. This is the first Avon comic. I think it's kind of cool how you have a woman taking a guy out who was sneaking up behind her, but there's only 25 of these in the world, and it's actually text, an Avon comic. So this is in a 2.
That's cool. I don't know Avon Comics. Did they do any like significant or well-known like IPs?
Nothing that. Yeah, I guess actually Eerie. So Eerie Comics, the first horror comic, is an Avon. They're actually that comic book, Eerie #1, has the 3rd Avon logo.
Okay.
So it's actually a rectangular logo that Avon did. So I guess that would be the most significant one that I know of offhand. General Comics, so the first fiction house logo. There's only 25 of these in the world as well. And then one that kind of stands out in my mind, this is the first United Features logo. As you can see, it's a United Feature right there. There's only 2 of these in the world that are great. And then the second logo, which is Tip Top Comics 154, there's only 2 of those in the world graded as well.
Wow.
So I was like, well, let's see how many might be out there. Like nobody knows that Tip Top Comics has number 151, has the first United Features logo. So I went to the Peanuts. I think it was, what was it, like 170 something, and checked out the first comic book with Peanuts. Has only 37 in the world graded. So in my mind, there might be some more, but right now I've got both. I actually have a set of these up on eBay right now for sale.
Cool.
Pretty affordable, I think, for only having two in the world. But those were the main comics that I wanted to show you.
Cool.
Rapid fire there, but a lot of wonderful things coming. That was the second batch just finalized with CGC, and I've got a third batch that I'm working on, which will kind of be my finale. I've been working, as you guys know, I've been working on this since 2019, and I could easily see the third batch taking about 2 years to really be able to. There's so many. Like when I start, there's so many cool logos that I think need to be identified and documented just for historical preservation purposes. I almost feel like that my set at some point. Hopefully we get to meet in person. I'd love to show you everything.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
The tip of the iceberg when it comes to all these logos. But yeah, it's just cool. I love the history, and I love the fact that these companies have defined our world. The pop culture as we know it today, and I don't see it subsiding anytime soon. It's just, Captain America is always going to be Captain America, and Iron Man. I mean, who's not going to love Iron Man forever? Especially Robert Downey Jr. I heard he's stepping back in there. That's going to be epic.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Nice. Yeah. So, but you've been continually working with CGC, right? For all these new ones that you've been identifying, they've been putting it on the labels for you.
Yeah. So as soon as I identify everything, I have it double checked by an archivist, and then I take it to Matt Nelson. And then when I get finalized with everything, I send it to the other companies, CBCS and PGX. And sometimes they have some good information, good feedback as well. So I really want this to be for the industry. As much as I love Matt Nelson, he's a wonderful, wonderful guy. I feel like we want to really, truly make the industry better for everyone.
Definitely.
I feel that incorporates everybody.
Spread the wealth, definitely. Be cool. Have you ever considered making like a documentary or anything like that? Like documenting this experience and like, showing people kind of like the archival process of going through and finding all this information?
That's actually not a bad idea. I have not, actually. Spencer, you're a smarter man than I am. So thanks for that. It's not a bad idea. I have a good friend who's a videographer, and I know we could probably do something pretty special. I don't know how to get this out truly to the comic world. I mean, there's still posts on different groups on Facebook where people are very proud of showcasing 30 copies of the exact same comic, whether it's Hulk 181 or Punisher, which those comics are wonderful. But this is just a whole nother level of you're lucky if you can ever own any of these. That's how I see it.
Because there's so few of them that exist. Yeah.
The newer comics like Girl Comics, I'm sure they printed a couple 100,000 copies, and it wasn't printed during war where they were there was paper drives during World War II as noted in Comic Cavalcade #6. I mean, literally the majority of comics got thrown away for the war effort to be recycled. So that's not going to happen here. So I just, the new stuff, I think it's still cool. But to me, my heart's with, the golden age and the platinum age and those type of comics. And, I really do feel these are going to be the big boys someday. I think we're going to see some really big numbers with these comics right here. If I can move, there we go. So they're just epic. They're just epic. And then, as I pointed out, I played professional baseball, and on the back, you have a kid hitting a grand slam during recess. Yeah, so
couldn't be more perfect.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt moved. Maybe I'm an idiot. I don't think I am. At least Matt Nelson hasn't told me I am yet. So that's a good thing. Come on, Matt. What are you doing? But no, it's good. I get to meet guys like you and hang out. I just hope I get to share this more. I've even thought about maybe going to Comic-Cons and having a booth. And
honestly, that's probably a great way to just educate people on it. Yeah, I think people would love to. I mean, people just don't know that these comics even exist. Some of them are they're so old,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, literally 2 copies in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should be in museums. But one of the things I do have is a channel, The Logo Detective. I just haven't. I live in a 1-bedroom apartment. I don't have enough room to actually do something cool like you guys You guys have some really nice spaces. So yeah, at some point I did actually have a huge logo detective. It's like a round logo.
Oh,
That's
cool.
huge. So it's lit up kind of like the Marvel. My buddy at
Nice.
Twisted Steel makes those.
Oh,
So
nice.
super talented guy.
Nice. Oh, maybe we should get a Comics and Crypto one. That's
You
this
have
is
he
super
can do
cool.
anything.
Yeah.
He is. I mean, seriously. I mean, if you're a DC fan, I don't know if he'll do it for you. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Yeah, I'm a huge DC
Again,
guy.
he's a
I love
hardliner.
Batman and Superman. I don't know what happened to our Superman. We lost our Superman actor. What happened there?
Well, it's new
The
actor, new
Cavill
vision from
didn't-
James Gunn. James Gunn just came in with a new vision, for these characters. So
Oh,
they already recast it. He actually does look great.
He
And,
does.
apparently it's a really dark film,
Okay,
Yeah.
which is
cool.
interesting. Yeah, it comes out.
Yeah.
He also confirmed that it's coming out on the original date, which is going to be July 11th, 2025. Yeah.
Okay,
So
cool.
we thought it was going to be pushed out because of the the strike and everything.
Strikes and,
but
yeah.
no, they're keeping the
I know.
original date. Really cool.
Awesome. Good deal. No, that's huge. I love DC as well. So
Yeah.
I just love comics. I just love the creativity.
Yeah.
Love it. It's funny. Like you think about Dick Tracy watches and now, iPhone watches and where we headed
Oh,
next.
right. Yeah. James Bond
Mhm.
watches. Yeah.
Yeah.
So crazy times. But no, yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I should show you. I've got 8 comics on the wall now, but they're not first logos. I mean, they're first logos, but they're not a first of a company.
Right.
If you guys want to see those, I can grab those real quick.
I mean, if it's too difficult for you to pull them down, you don't need to. But it's
So for the
whatever.
next
I mean, if they're hanging up, we'll show them off in the next one when we got the third wave coming. I mean, are you able to share any of the?
So I really need to wear you guys out now because it's going to be a while. It's probably going to be about a year and a half. There's so much information. I think so. The first one I submitted to CGC was 14 company logos. The second one was 25. This one's going to be like 45 logos for different, like the different off, So, So I'm going to miss you guys. It's hopefully you just have me on so we can drink some whiskey and hang out. That'd be fun.
We'll definitely have you on for one of our cocktails and collectibles segments at some point soon for sure.
Definitely.
That sounds cool. And one of the things
it's just adult show and tell. It's great.
So this is a Nevada whiskey. This is Frey Ranch. It is. Well, it's actually a bourbon whiskey. But this right here, if you get a chance to try it, it is unbelievable. It'll knock your socks off.
Cool. Awesome. I didn't know there's good whiskey out in Nevada. It's good to know.
Yeah, exactly. And it's homegrown, like it's family owned. So they're branching off to a bunch of different states. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if it'll be as big as Jack Daniel's, but I'd like to think it's better. So.
Well, if they're looking to sponsor a podcast, let me know.
I will
hook us up with them.
For sure. Christmas is around the corner. Shoot me your address.
Okay.
Do you guys live close to each other? Or are you guys?
So Sean's in the Bay Area and in California, and I'm in Colorado.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. So that means
kind of close-ish.
Okay, I get it, guys.
So this has been so much fun, Matt. Thank you so much for coming on and telling us about all the new stuff you've been working on. I know it'll be a little bit until the next one, but we're going to be eagerly waiting for the next one, the next round.
Yeah, definitely, I appreciate it, and thanks for the recommendations. And maybe I'll see you at one of the Comic-Cons, and
for sure.
And I'll probably reach out because you guys are pretty good at this podcast stuff to pick your brain because. I'm digging the screen, man. It's looking really good. The new intro's killer. I mean,
oh yeah.
We got a lot of big things coming on the works. Yeah, we're trying to make this thing, very legit.
Yeah,
awesome, brother. Well, if you guys need anything from me, you know how to find me. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you so much, Matt. And thank you everybody for joining. Make sure to follow Matt. We'll include the socials down the details below, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks, everybody.